Now the continuation of the Halloween yoga sequence. So whenever you're ready, let's jump right in. Bringing your toes together, heels slightly apart. Arms extended by your sides. Feet flat on the ground. Firm the legs, glutes squeeze in. Core switch on, shoulders away from your ears. Now, option 1, keep the heels down. Option 2, lift the heels up. This will make it more interesting. As you inhale, sweep the arms out and up towards the sky. Lengthen through the side body, shoulders away from the ears. As you exhale, extend your arms out towards the side. This is your witch pose. And gently send your hips back as you send your crown of the head forward, arms alongside the body and reaching the hands towards the floor, drop the head. Option to drop the heels now. Otherwise, keep it lifted. Inhale, hands on your shins, lengthen through the torso, flat back, open chest, shoulders away from the ears. As you exhale, lower down your hands as well as your heels. Feel free to drop the head. Extend your right leg back, coming into your low lunge. Right knee down. You can point the right toes back. Keeping your left knee on top of your left ankle. Switch on the inner thighs as well as draw your left heel with your right knee and your right knee towards your left heel. Engage through the legs, glutes squeeze in, core switch on, sink the hips forward, leaning back. Option 1, keep your hands on your lumbar spine or keep your hands on your lower back, or you can extend your arms forward, interlace the fingers, leaving your index finger to point towards the front. Take a big in-breath as you lift your arms out and up towards the sky. Shoulders away from your ears. Sink the hips a little bit more. Option to lean back on your back bend. Breathe in. And exhale, lower down your hands to frame your left foot. Lift the right knee and lift the right. And send your left leg back, coming into your plank. Others, resetting your spine, hug your elbows in and lower down. Inhale, float forward, point the toes back, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, curl the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Right leg steps between hands, lower down your left knee. And again, right heel towards your left knee towards your right heel, engaging through the inner thighs. Glutes squeeze in, core switch on, shoulders away from your ears. Option 1, bring the hands on your lumbar spine. Option 1, bringing your hands on your lower back, shoulders away from the ears. Option 2, extend the arms forward. Index fingers pointed, interlacing the hands together. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, rise back up. Frame your right foot, curl your left foot, lift the left knee, send your right leg back. And your hips up and back. Option to do a float. Send your weight forward, hug your elbows in, and lower down. Inhale, float forward, point the toes back. Shoulders away from your ears, either cobra or upward dog. Exhale, curl the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Now, we're going to step your right foot next to your right thumb, lower down your left heel. Right heel in line with the arch of your left foot, and slowly swing the arms towards the side body. Now, this is your warrior 2. Right knee stays on top of your right ankle, opening your right hip. Breathe in. You can gaze over your right middle finger as your drishti point. Now, we're going to reverse your warrior. Right palm opens up towards the sky, left hand on your left thigh, and gently lean back. Breathe in. Exhale, rise back up. Rebend your right elbow, send it on top of your right thigh. Left arm reaches up and overhead, shoulder away from you. And rise back up. Inhale. Extend your right leg, heel toe your left foot so it's 1 foot closer to your right heel. Send your left hip back. Inhale, triangle, right arm forward, lower down your right hand, either on the block, right shin, right foot, or on the floor. Left arm lifted up. Now we want here is your right side body long. So try and maintain that length by not bringing your right hand down fully towards the floor, just by your right inner shin. Now, we're going to test your balance and strengthen the thighs. Rebend your right knee, lower down your right hand either on the floor, on a block, or on a block. Lift your left heel up, extend it back. Left arm reaching towards the ceiling. Staying here for 5, 4, lengthen the side body, 3, 2, and 1, lower down the left heel. Rise back up, warrior 2. Cartwheel your hands to frame your right foot, lift the left heel. Send your right leg back, either three-legged chaturanga or full chaturanga. Hug your elbows in, lower down. Inhale, float forward, point the toes back, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, curl the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Left leg steps next to your left heel, lower down your right, heel towards the floor. Left heel in line with the arch of your right foot. Swing the arms by your body. Warrior 2. Left knee towards the left side, opening through that left hip joint. Gazing over your left middle finger. Breathe. Notice if you're arching the back too much, what we want is a long spine. So lifting your lower belly up, ribcage in. That improves that length in the spine. Now, reverse the warrior. Left palm towards the ceiling, right hand over towards your right leg. Inhale, reverse, warrior. Exhale, rise back up. Rebend your left elbow, place it on top of your left thigh, right arm reaches up and overhead. Right shoulder away from your ear. Breathe. And rise back up. Warrior 2. Extend your left leg, heel to your right foot so you can bring your feet a little bit closer towards each other. Right hip back, inhale, left arm forward triangle. Left hand by your left shin, left foot or on the ground, but maintaining that length on the left side body. Right arm towards the sky. Breathe in. Exhale. Leaving a micro bend on that left knee joint to avoid hyperextending that joint. Now gaze back down. We're going to test your balance. Rebend your left knee. Lower down your left hand, one foot in front of your left foot. Slide your right foot or extend it towards the back. Flexing the right foot or pointing it, your choice. Lengthen through the left side body. Really pressing that left foot down, grounding it down. Right arm reaching up. Breathe. Shoulders away from the ears. You can gaze over towards your left fingers, towards your right, or towards your right thumb. And gently lower down. Warrior 2. Cartwheel your hands to frame your left foot, lifting the right heel. Send your left leg back, either three-legged chaturanga or full chaturanga. Hug your elbows in. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, float forward. Point the toes back, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, curl the toes. Lift the hips, down dog. Beautiful. Now, we're going to step your right foot between hands. Okay? Sink the hips, keeping your left heel lifted. Glute squeeze in. As you inhale, lift your arms up, high lunge. Fire up that left leg. Now, coming into your arrowhead, arms alongside the body. Whenever you're ready, send your weight forward, a lot more forward. Okay? And slowly lift your left knee towards your chest, coming into your stalk pose with your arms extended forward. Now press through that right leg. Option 1, stay here with your left knee bent. Option 2, extend your left leg forward, coming into your zombie pose. And then it might be hard for you to balance, so that's why it's kind of like a zombie. And then bring your left knee back to your chest, hands on your chest. And slowly wrap your left leg around your right. Eagle legs. Now, extend your arms out wide, just like wings. And guess what pose this is? Scarecrow pose. So really, try to sit down low. Option 1. So really, sitting down low. Shoulders away from the ears, maintaining that lengthened spine, shoulders in line with the hips. Now, option 1, stay here with your right heel down. Option 2, lift the right heel up, coming into your scarecrow pose. Holding the pose, but not the breath. Looking at your drishti point, this helps you balance your point of focus. Something that is not moving. And gently release the right heel, release the legs, And shake it out. Whew. How's that right leg going? Other side now. Step your right leg back. Lunge pose. Okay. Extend your arms back. Lean forward into your runner's lunge. Breathe in. Arms reaches up. Sink the hips. Fire up that back leg. Exhale. Arms back alongside the body. Send your shoulders forward. Runner's lunge. Inhale. And as you exhale, send your weight a lot more forward and bring that right knee towards your chest, hands on your chest. Now, extend your arms forward if you're not having any trouble with the balancing. Otherwise, stay here with your hands together in your chest. Option 1, keep the right knee lifted and bent. Option 2, extend that right leg forward, coming into your zombie pose. Holding the pose, but not the breath. Keep that left leg pressed down. Shoulders in line with your hips. Maintain that right leg engaged and gently bringing your hands to your heart. Wrap your right leg around your left. Eagle legs. Now swing your arms, your wings up, coming maybe on your mudra. Index finger touches the thumb. Shoulders away from the ears. Shoulders in line with the hips. Core switch on. Bringing the lower parts of your ribcage into your spine. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, lift the left heel up. You're gonna notice a slight difference with the sides of your body. Just like me. Woo! Scarecrow. Breathe. And gently release. Ooh, that was a hard one. And shake it out. So you did it. That's the scarecrow pose. Now we're going to float to release all this tension in your body and cool down after. When you're ready, come to the tops of your mat. Arms extend out and wide. Option to lift the heels. Breathe in. And exhale, swan dive with your heels lifted or down, your choice. Crown of the head towards the front. Fold. Lower down the heels. Inhale, half lift. Shoulders away from the ears. Flat back, open chest. Exhale, hands to the floor, stepping back or hopping back. Plank. Hug your elbows in, lower down. Inhale, float forward, point the toes back, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, curl the toes, lift the hips, down dog. And this will be our final pose. Finding your way back into your downward facing dog if you haven't already. As you inhale, allow your chest to sink down even more towards the floor. Pressing your palms down and forward, toes down and back. You can soften the knees to lengthen your lumbar spine here. As we inhale, right leg lifts up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your right knee and point the right knee towards the ceiling as you allow your right palm to press back down and forward. Breathe. Now you have an option to explore your wild thing. You have an option to lower down your right toes towards the floor. Point the left toes towards where your right toes point and bring your right arm towards the front of your mat. Glute squeeze in to lift your hips up. And as you exhale, lower down your right hand back to the floor and extend that right leg. Switch legs. As you inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, bend the left knee towards the ceiling into your hip joint mandala. Bring your chest towards your right thigh. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, lower down your left toes towards the floor. Point the right toes towards where your left foot is pointed and glute squeeze in towards the ceiling as you lift your hips up. Left arm towards the front. Breathe. And exhale, lower down your left hand. Turn your right toes and bring the left leg all the way up. Lower it down, resetting the spine. Inhale, shift your weight forward, coming into your plank. Again, plank. Legs engage, glutes squeeze in, core switch on, shoulders away from the ears. Take a big breath in and exhale, lower down as you hug your elbows in towards your midline. Inhale, float forward, point the toes back, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale. Curl the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. On your next breath in, you can either float, step or walk forward, coming into your Malasana. Feet outside of your hands. Hands towards your heart space. Breathe in, lengthen through the spine, shoulders away from your ears. Chest lifting up, breathing through the nose. And out through the nose. Here you can revisit your breath. You can close your eyes and focus on the sensation of your breath coming in through the nose. And as you exhale, comes out of your body. Notice if, as you exhale through the nose as well, noticing the length of your breaths. See if you can even out the in-breaths and out-breaths. The next pose is an arm balance, so we need your breath to really be even and calm, so that the rest of your body follows. Once you're ready, begin to lower down your hands towards the floor. Shoulder width distance apart. Hug your elbows in. As you lift your hips up, you can adjust by walking your toes closer to your wrist. Now, hug your elbows in, really engage through the core, and lift your heels up as you hug your upper arms with your inner thighs. Keep this engagement on your inner thighs as you slowly keep the gaze forward, maybe shifting your weight forward and back, just playing around. Or if you're quite confident, or if you'd like to try, you can point one toe at a time towards the back. Keep your core switch on, keep your inner thighs switched on as you hug them towards your upper arms. Maybe one foot or two toes lifts up. Hug your elbows in. Keep gazing forward to avoid falling forward. Breathe. Option to lower down or jump back. Chaturanga. Inhale, float forward. Breathe in. Exhale, curl the toes in. Lift the hips up. Downward facing dog. Whoo, strong one. Option to lower down your knees into your child's pose. And give your wrist a few massage. Come back into your breath. Lengthen each and every breath. See if you can even them out as much as you can. Now, we're going to shift your weight forward and lower all the way down into your mat. Resting on your left cheek, hands alongside the body. Give your wrist a little bit of massage or rolls. Breathe. Notice your heart beating. See if you can calm your heart down using the breath. Believe it or not, the breath is very powerful. If we know how to use the breath, we can slowly connect your mind and your body with the breath. And we can slow down the heart rate and slow down the thoughts just by being mindful of our breath. Try and see if you can lengthen the breath out longer than your in-breath to eventually slow down your heart rate, and then even it out once it's slow and calm. Now, we're going to use a lot of your back muscles to strengthening it out. So, whenever you're ready, gently bring your forearms down towards the floor. Coming into your Sphinx pose, so your elbows underneath your shoulders. Now, really pressing the tops of your 10 toes down, glutes squeezing in, pressing your hips down, shoulders back, chest lifts forward and up. You can gaze towards the front or slightly up. Because we're working on back bending, I would suggest a little bit towards the ceiling, but maintaining that engagement on the neck and not just leaning back too much. Remember, there's a slight engagement on the neck muscles, shoulders away from the ears. Breathe. Now, we're going to bring your left forearm parallel to the top of your mat. Your right arm extended towards the front, and towards the side, keeping your right thumb lifted and back. Bend your right knee. Grab a hold of your right toes. Either dust the toes, or you can hook your right hand on the inside of your right ankle. Now, bring your right hip back down. You're going to notice that your right shoulder is opening up here, creating a little bit of a stretch in your biceps as well. Now, option 1, stay here as you actively pull that right foot towards your right glute. Option 2, you can bring your right hand toward to wrap your right toes and bringing your right elbow towards the ceiling and your chest towards the front and mat. Breathe in here. We're stretching through your right quad, adding that stretch on your right shoulder for the back, deeper bends. Breathe in and out. Gently release the right foot wherever it is, wherever your hand is, and bring your right forearm to replace your left on the mat. Right forearm parallel to the top of your mat, right shoulder in line with your right elbow. Now, extend your left arm forward with your left thumb towards the ceiling and extend it towards the side and back. Inhale, lengthen through the front body. Exhale, bend the left knee. Hook your left ankle from the inside. Option 1, stay here, keeping your left knee closer to your right knee. Option 2, if you have the flexibility on your left arm, feel free to bring your left hand to wrap your left toes and bring that left elbow towards the ceiling. Breathe. Press that left hip down. This is quite a strong back bend. Opening through your shoulders, chest lifting up. Breathe in. And as you exhale, begin to release. And rest on your right cheek. Now, when you're ready, bring your chin on the mat. Bend both knees. Grab a hold of your ankles from the outside, 4 fingers inside and your thumb outside. Bring them towards each other, bringing your knees towards each other. Take a big in-breath as you inhale. Extend your legs towards the back. Exhale, pressing the hands towards your ankles and your ankles towards the hand, bringing the knees towards each other. Chest lifts up. The more you kick, the higher your chest lifts away from the mat. Breathing in and out fully through the nose. Glute squeezing in, breathe in, and gently release. Good job. And rest on your left cheek. Just a touch. You can sway your hips from side to side. Come back to the breath. And smile. And gently coming back to stillness. Take a big in breath. And exhale. Tuck your chin back in. Hands on either sides of your chest. Curl the toes. Lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Whew. Walk the dog, pedal the feet. Be easy in your back. You did a really good job there. Inhale. And exhale. Now we're going to bring your knees down towards the floor. Walk your knees a little bit more forward, coming up into your knees. So this is your howling werewolf pose. This is your camel pose, but because this is a Halloween sequence, we'll call it werewolf. Howling werewolf pose. So for a less intense back bend or camel pose, I would suggest curling your toes in, hands on your lower back, pressing the heels of your hands towards your hips. Hug your elbows in, glutes squeezing in. Send your hips forward and lean back. Breathing in and out through the nose. Now, don't forget to keep the breath flow. Now, you have an option to stay here, or if you'd like to come down into the full version, you can bring your hands on your ankles, on the inner ankles. 4 fingers on the inner ankles, tops on the outside of the ankles. Now, keeping your hips in line with your knees. Keep pressing your hips forward and lean back in there. You can allow your head to become heavy or just keep it lifted towards the ceiling. Breathe in and out, gently coming out of the pose. And lower down your hips towards your heels. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, begin to fold child's pose. Come back into your breath. Now, whenever you're ready, roll back up and sit on the mat with your hips. And extend your legs forward, shake it out. Hands alongside the body. Shoulders away from your ears, pressing your palms down firmly towards the floor. Flexing the feet and pressing the backs of your legs down. Dandasana. Breathe in. And as you exhale, begin to extend your arms forward. Inhale, shoulders away from your ears, lengthen the torso. This is now your Frankenstein pose. So you have an option to just stay here. Second option though is to lift the right leg up, okay? Inhale, lengthen through the spine, and as you exhale, open your chest towards the right side. You can keep your arms extended towards the side, or option two, peace finger, grab a hold of your right big toe. Lengthen through the torso, see if you can lift that right heel even higher, and breathe, gaze over either towards your right side or towards your right fingers. And just come back as you inhale and release the right leg. Other side. Keep your arms extended forward if you're on your Frankenstein pose. Otherwise, let's move on to the other side. Lift your left heel. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist to the left. Extend the left arm back. Grab a hold of your left big toe if you did it on the other side. Keeping your left leg lifted. Breathe in, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist deeper. One more big breath. And exhale, come back to center. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lower down the left leg. And exhale, fold. Now, as we fold forward, maintain that length on the spine. So we're going to hinge from your hip crease. As you inhale, lengthen through the torso. As you exhale, begin to reach for your toes. Chest leads you forward, shoulders away from the ears. And option to grab a hold of your ankles, outer edges of your feet, or your toes. Take another big breath, lengthening through the spine, shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, begin to fold. Hinging from the hip crease, not from the spine. Forward folds are really beautiful poses to bring your full awareness to your breath and to what is going on within your body. So try and focus on the breath if your mind is a little bit active. Know that it is normal, so just invite your breath, or invite your awareness back to your breath when that happens. And gently rolling back up, coming back to seated. Beautiful. Now, bringing your hands on either sides of your hips. Bend the knees, send your hips towards the front, and begin to roll back then onto your mat. With your knees still bent, walk your feet towards your glutes until your middle finger can touch your heels. Now, keep pressing the tops of your shoulders down towards the floor, tucking your chin in. This is your bridge pose, the first pose before we come into your exercise pose. Now, to prepare you, press your palms down, glute squeeze in as you gently inhale and lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Chin tucked in, avoid looking from side to side, keep the breath flowing.
Option 1, stay here. Another option is to come up into your toes, hugging your inner thighs towards each other, glute squeezing in, and come back into your normal breathing, releasing your Ujjayi breathing if you still have it. One more big breath here. And exhale. Begin to slowly lower down your spine. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Back towards the mat until your hips close down. Feet as wide as the mat, knees to touch. And then slowly extend your arms alongside the body and rock your knees from side to side. Releasing any tension on your hips. Glutes, outer hips, groin, thighs, knees and ankles. And gently coming back to stillness. Option 1, do it again, the bridge pose. Or option 2, if you'd like to add some wheel in your practice, or if you've been doing wheel before, feel free to do it right now. I will be calling it exorcist pose because of this Halloween sequence. But you can feel free to do this poses, this sequence anytime, whenever you feel like it. Now bringing your palms down firmly towards the floor, coming up into your wheel pose. Bringing your right hand next to your right ear with your fingertips pointed towards your right shoulder, followed by your left. Hug your elbows in, press your feet down, lift your hips up, followed by your shoulders, land on the crown of the head. Prepare, hugging your elbows in, knees in. Take a big in-breath, glute squeezing. As you inhale again, press your palms down as you lift your chest up, sending your chest towards where your arms are, where you're looking at. Breathe. Inhaling, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, keep the breath flowing. Hold it close for another 3, 2, and 1. Gently tuck your chin in, lower down your shoulders, followed by your hips. And release your hands alongside the body, knees together. If you're on your bridge, feel free to stay there for another 2 breaths, or otherwise lower it down very slowly. Knees together, feet wide apart, swaying from side to side, or just stay on your knees together pose. Noticing your heartbeat. Back bends are quite a strong practice. We're extending the spine and opening your whole front body. Being so vulnerable in that pose requires us to bring that awareness back in. You can close your eyes to do that and focus on the breath. Slow down the heart rate by slowing down the breath. And coming back to center, to stillness. Walking your feet towards your bum. Extending both legs towards the ceiling. Option 1, stay here. This is already considered an inversion. Option 2, you can bring the toes towards the ground above your head, and eventually that will lift up your hips. And you will support your lumbar spine or your lower back with your hands. Bringing your legs back up. Breathe in. And out. And whenever you're ready, begin to lower down the toes on the floor above the head into your flow pose. You have an option to stay here with your hands on your lower back, or you can add a stretch of your arms by interlacing the fingers and drawing the knuckles down to the floor. Pressing the backs of your arms down, chin tucked into your chest, and avoid looking from side to side. Third option, bend the knees towards your ears into your ear pressure pose. And gently bring your hands on your lower back and extending your legs back up towards the ceiling and stay there for another 3 big breaths. Inversions are quite a beautiful practice. It's beautiful because it has a lot of benefits. One of them is it strengthens your heart muscle and brings the blood from your lower parts of your body all the way to your heart, giving your heart a little bit of a break. A good break. And gently lower down, sliding down from your hands, vertebrae by vertebrae, comes back down towards the mat until your hips is down. Bringing your knees to your chest, give yourself a hug. Breathing in and out. Now, we're going to finish the practice with a few twists, okay? So extending your left leg towards the front, hugging your right knee into your chest, extend your right arm towards your right side, right wrist in line with your right shoulder. Inhale, lengthen through the torso. As you exhale, begin to cross your right knee over towards the left, keeping your right shoulder grounded. You can gaze over the ceiling or towards your right fingers. Breathe in and out. Breathe in through the right side body. And gently come back to center. Switch legs. Extend the left arm towards your left side, left wrist in line with the left shoulder. If you don't have space like me, left elbow bent, cactus on. Take an in-breath, lengthen through the torso. As you exhale, crossing your left knee over towards the right side, twisting over towards the left side body. Your left shoulder stays grounded. Your left knee doesn't have to touch the floor. Breathing through the left side body, creating space on that left side body muscles, chest, rib cage. And gently come back to center. Bringing both knees back to your chest. Drawing circles with your knees clockwise and counterclockwise. Now, second final pose, dead bogs pose, or happy baby pose. It's so different, but because it's Halloween, let's do it. Left knee towards your left underarm, right knee towards your right underarm. Bring the soles of your feet towards the sky and bring your hands on the outside edges of your feet, elbows on the inside. Option 2, also bring your peace fingers on the big toes. Your choice. As you inhale, press the tops of your shoulders down, tailbones down, breathe in, and gently, if you'd like, you can rock from side to side and allow your breath to flow freely through the nose. And just like a pumpkin with a smile on its face, allow your collarbones to smile as well as your lips to smile. And let go of any poses that you're still thinking about. Just fully being present in this moment while you're enjoying this little happy baby pose. And finally, the most important pose of the practice, Shavasana, dead man's pose, corpse pose. So just gently extend your legs on the opposite corners of your mat, hands alongside the body. Allow your feet to separate a little wider than your hips and your toes to fall to the sides, hands alongside the body, a few inches away from your hips, with your palms facing up for positive energy, openness, and surrender. Facing down if you'd like to achieve more grounding in your practice. Tucking your chin in slightly to lengthen your cervical spine. Soften the jaw, the eyebrows, the eyes, where we hold most of our tension in. And just bring your awareness back into your breath as your belly rises on every in-breath. Folds on every out-breath. See if you can soften even more in your Shavasana, scanning your body from your tips of your toes, tips of your fingers, all the way up to the crown of the head. Stillness doesn't mean not moving. It means being calm or remaining calm despite everything that's happening around us. So whatever is in the background or whatever is in the back of your head, know that there is this stillness. When you build this stillness within you, these things in life that happens unexpectedly or things that happens outside of our control, know that you can always tap into your stillness within. And instead of reacting and being too reactive to everything, just take a deep breath in and breath out, of course. And taking a pause just like that, using the breath, calms down the mind, releases all the heavy emotions, and allows us to think back, take a step back and think about how to respond in certain situations. And that way we can handle these unexpected situations a lot better without regretting it. Stay here in your Shavasana for however long you'd like. Remember, try and see if you can soften even more and surrender into the pose, letting go of control. You can pause the video here if you'd like a longer Shavasana. Otherwise, if you'd like, let's go ahead and bring your knees to your chest. Give yourself a well-deserved hug. Being grateful for this body for all that it does for us, keeping us alive, well, present in this moment, and able to do anything we'd like. And whenever you're ready, just resting on one side with your right arm as your pillow. This is your fetal position. Allowing your heart to bring back the normal blood flow into the systems of your body, into the cells and tissues and bones and organs. Gently pressing your left palm down in front of your chest, finding your way back into your seated. And your eyes still closed. Bringing your hands on your heart space and bowing over your head. Reconnecting with the intention you've set, or dedicating this practice towards a goal or something you'd like to achieve, either today, tomorrow, in the future, whenever. Holding this in your heart space together with the qualities of your heart. Let us all bring your hands on your forehead to bless your thoughts, on your lips to bless your words, and on your heart space to bless your actions. That may everything that we think, we say, and we do would bring light, peace, love, and kindness to everyone around us, including ourselves. Thank you for joining me in this video. I hope you have achieved your intention. Have a lovely day ahead. Namaste.